I keep hearing the same stuff again and again. Oh, time is running out, time is running out, things like that. I'm going to tell you a few things here, and hopefully you'll be able to implement them in your day-to-day life. At least you should be able to, because this will save you years of tears and self-doubt, lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem, whatever. Because unfortunately we are growing in an environment which thrives on instilling fear in the minds of young people, because that's how you can control. But anyway, let's get to it. If you think through, the problem actually is not about time running out, but the fact that maybe you're running out on your best years, thinking that you might never be able to experience what you want to experience. So how do you fix that kind of a victim mindset? Because like I said, you grow up in an environment thinking that whatever you're doing is just not enough. So the first thing you need to know is that this education system that we are in, it is highly designed to make you stay in the future. And if you want to do something good in life, let's say things that you want to be proud about, you have to stay in the present first, because from present you are able to evolve. You will be able to see that there are things that you can work better on. And what is happening is, when you stay in the future, you're always going to be anxious, because future is a scary place. You don't know where you're going to end up. So the logical thing to do is to stay in the present moment. And unfortunately our education system is not designed like that. I understand that you want to give your parents a good life, you want to make them experience the best years of your life and everything, but how hard is it for you to believe the fact that even if you do something 2 years later or maybe 5 years later, they're still going to be around? I know you cannot predict how far someone is going to live, how much someone is going to, go forward in life, or how long they are going to be around. You don't know that, okay? And that is what makes you more and more stressed, because you think that maybe they'll not be able to experience the highlighted events of your life. So you tend to become more and more worried about it. And society doesn't help either, because they're constantly feeding these stories inside you. They're telling you that, oh, time is running out, time is running out. Trust me, time is not running out. It's just that you are scared. Now coming to the main part, how do you make up for time that is lost? You can always start today. You can definitely start today. The problem is that you are contemplating so much, you're procrastinating a lot. That is why you're not able to start. Because whether it is day one or one day, it really is up to you. So you can just say that one day I'm going to do this, or you can start today. Okay, that is completely up to you. I also personally believe that everybody has their guidance at that point in time. That is the reason why some children, parents are like constantly, they're heckling their kids, do this, do this, do this. But there is always one time when the child gets up and does something on his own, and then he's like a maverick in the game. Okay, so you cannot decide when guidance can come to someone, because it's really none of our jobs. Now I'm going to say something that so many of you will not like, especially the parents. You all have been traumatized as children, okay? We have grown up in a school system, we have grown up in a society which has forever judged us for being the way we are. It has never really made us feel calm. We have a dysregulated nervous system. That's why we do not know how to handle crisis. We constantly think that there is something really wrong with us, etc., etc. So what do you do in order to make your system, your nervous system, a bit regulated? Okay, you have to first calm down. If you do not know to calm down, contact me. Okay, contact me. I'm a coach, I will help you out. But in case you are not able to do that, sit and journal. Okay, sit and journal your deepest fears, because the only reason why you're not able to, let's say, get past all of those fears is because you don't really know what fears are lingering in your head. So you have to point them out first. Once you have understood these fears, then you can maybe contact anybody. I'm not saying that you have to come to me, but you can definitely work on the insecurities that you have, because there's always a doctor for every kind of thing. No time is ever wasted. Have you seen people who keep going in one particular direction and they don't seem to land anywhere at all? It is because that time is not right. Okay, People may say, yes, of course, manifestation and law of attraction, this is that and this is that, but if you're not able to hold that particular blessing, if you do not have the vessel, if you do not have the platform, if you do not have your hands stretched out in order to receive that blessing, you can work hard. You can work hard for 100 years, 1,000 years, you're never going to get to it. You may even be talented, but if you do not have the capacity to hold a blessing, you're never going to get it. I'm also going to be brutally honest here. I feel that the reason why you think you're running out on time is because you see your peers, you see people around you experience and everything, and you somehow think that you're lagging behind. Trust me, you're not lagging behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And the day you accept this fact is the day when you make a difference. What is going to happen if you are not able to do one of the three things that you have decided? What exactly is going to happen? Nothing. You're just going to face a little bit of disappointment, but nobody said that disappointment is a bad thing. Sometimes rejection is not rejection. Rejection simply means that you're not selected. It is nothing like the universe is conspiring against you. For that matter, you also have to accept that the universe is making things happen around you for you. People are really egoistic, that like their ego knows no bounds. Okay, if there is a failure, they take it so personally, but how are you going to appreciate success if you haven't failed? So there is nothing called lost time. It's just that your time is just around there. You have to be ready to receive whatever is supposed to come to you, just exactly how it is supposed to come to you. Be ready with that. Okay, maybe choose a costume, maybe choose where you're going to be to celebrate once that comes. Get ready with that. Okay, the blessing hasn't come yet, but maybe you can be ready. You can be ready to receive it. I have clients from all demographics. Okay, I have clients who are at the age of 18. I have clients who are at the age of 55. I have clients who are even 70 years of age. So I have seen some people do things at a very unconventional age when they're supposed to be grandparents or maybe great grandparents. Okay, so I have seen things work for them. So where exactly can you decide for yourself what life has to offer? You do not know it yet. You can only be mentally prepared to experience everything that comes your way. That is it. My friend, you have to stop being so entitled. Okay, you have to be able to accept the defeats as well. All right, even if you have spent years of your life doing something really worthless, how does it matter? Tomorrow can be a very different day. You don't know it yet. Okay, so first thing is you have to stop being entitled. Second is stop procrastinating. You're exactly where you need to be. You're fine. You will be taken care of. There's nothing to worry about. The third thing is nobody said that life is going to be a smooth roller coaster ride. For that matter, roller coaster rides are also not that smooth. Okay, you feel like puking. You feel like your insides are going to come out. So if you're expecting that life is never going to give you lemons, you're acting really stupid. Okay, because life is about life. Life is never supposed to be smooth. Life has never been smooth for even the ones who have amassed huge amounts of wealth. People who have set up businesses at the age of 55, 60, KFC, Kingfisher, anything for that matter. Do you think that life had been easy? No. Being comfortable gets you nowhere. When you step out of that comfort zone, that is when the miracles happen. And because I read a lot of classical literature, there's a very famous saying that says that miracles lie when there is a sense of discomfort.